Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to Stardew Valley. We're just loading up where we left off. I believe our copper pickaxe is going to be ready today. Yep, there it is. And let's see what the weather's going to be. Cloudy with a breeze. And the spirits are in good humor. Alright, so we're going mining. Gotta try to remember where we left off here. Pierre is selling fertilizer now. Alright, let's get our strawberries and beans watered. Potatoes and cauliflower are still working hard, but not quite there. Ain't it a metaphor for life? No, I don't know. Something about this, man, the daytime morning music, and then the sound of the watering can. It's like, it's welcome every time. And it always makes you say, or think the same thing, where it's like, oh yeah, remember this? Man, this is so great. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But yeah, I was playing the multiplayer file, and we played up until, like the second week of summer or something. It was a 6-hour play session, too. So, at the moment, I mean, I briefly booted this up, I'm not gonna lie, and just kind of wandered around and tried to refresh, like, where we left off here. Thank God it lets you do that and then just, like, quit. It doesn't save. Man, could you imagine an autosave in this game? Like every 5 minutes or so? That would suck. Because you never know when you're gonna do something stupid. Alright. So, we're gonna go mining today. Frozen geodes. Actually, let's grab 2 of those. We want 1 for the community center. The dwarf scroll I read is just an artifact. There's a few of them, and when you turn them all in, then you can translate dwarvish or whatever. But more on that when we actually do it. No syrup or oak, well, pine tar? Pine tar, yeah, from the tapper yet. It's easy to get them confused, man. Maple syrup, oak resin, pine tar, that's what the tappers can produce. Nothing up there, but we got a daffodil over here. Salmon berries, still going. What is today, the 16th? Yeah, so that means last episode we were doing the salmon berry stuff. It's easy to forget. But yeah, multiplayer in this is a lot of fun, but it's also kind of frustrating at times because... Shane, oh, I got some stuff to say about him. Where are we here? That's right, Pam. Whoops. Marnie wants a sunfish. Isn't that... It's a summer thing, isn't it? No, wait, no, it's not. Why would it be there? Accept it. We'll do that. Ooh, trout soup. What the heck? 100 energy, 40 health, and +1 fishing. Man, I love these trash cans. See, this is why Linus goes digging in them. And why wouldn't you? I don't know, in real life that sounds pretty disturbing. But having worked in grocery stores and stuff, like, I've seen how much food gets thrown out that's really just fine. Let's get our copper pickaxe, because we got some mining to do. Well, actually, no, you know what? We're not gonna do that. Let's process these geodes. 5 things and a drum. So now we could... Oh, this is the thing. I so badly want to do the watering can, but rain is not in the future, so that would be really stupid. We'd not be able to water our crops. So the axe is the next one. I'm doing it. Now, my fear here is tomorrow when we turn on the TV, it's going to say it's going to rain all day tomorrow. Because it takes 2 days, remember, for your tool to be ready. And you want to capitalize on those rainy days to upgrade your watering can. Well, let's put these 2 things. Hey, what do we get? We'll see in a second here. 2 new things, isn't that something? A drum block. And starfruit seeds, that's a summertime thing. They sell for a bunch. That's just a tip about gathering wood. Those tips are all kind of like obvious things. Like if you've spent even just like 5 minutes on the wiki page, those tips aren't going to help you at all because it's all stuff that you could learn there anyway. Let's do some fishing because we're kind of already getting going with the day here. Even though the spirits are in good humor. We need some money back after depositing that tool because what if Hey, wait a minute. There we go. There's the sunfish for Marnie. But yeah, like, what if tomorrow is sunny, or it's gonna be windy? We know that. But what if, like, 2 days from now we have rain in the forecast, which would be the perfect time to upgrade the watering can? Well, I don't have the 2,000 gold right now, and we don't have 5 copper bars. So we gotta get on that right away. So that's why I think fishing is what we need to be doing right now. Get that right back. Because I would love to have, like, those are the 3 tools that matter. Pickaxe, axe, and watering can. The hoe, who cares? And the sickle, I mean, really, who cares? Maybe later in the game, the convenience of their upgraded forms is nice, but for now, ain't nobody got time. So we gotta also save our money up for a kitchen, a coop, a silo. Not to mention crops. And anything else that you might crave and desire, yeah. Bait! And how I appreciate you. Get on the rod. 80 bait. So how's everybody doing? Fishing off a bridge. I got some algae, which I learned the British folk pronounce it algae, and it's correct. Like, if you type it in, most words I found, since I'm dating a girl in England, my history in life recently has been learning how so many words have both an American pronunciation and a British pronunciation. Speak much? And like, both are considered correct, it's just based on where you live. Algae is one of those words. But yeah, there's been many others. Let's go fishing down here. We could also free up the inventory first. Let's see what money we do have so far. Although that sunfish, though, for Marnie. So, sell the better one, the gold star. Well, it's only like 10 more. Isn't that dumb? Whatever. Oh no, I want that clam for the crab pot bundle in the community center. So we're hanging on to it, man. So what's on the old brain this time as we fish our life away? The 90s, as always. It's always on my brain. But no, you know how, I'll tell you the chain of thought that happened. This game has a rooster at the start of every morning, right? What's a song from the 90s called The Rooster? Alice in Chains. That's right, so then you go down the rabbit hole of 90s, like, grunge rock. And you just discover all these old songs, and it's a whole mood, man. Like, remember Candlebox? I think their most popular song was that Far Behind or whatever. But they also had that song You, as in not me or them, but you. This fish is going nuts. Flounder, huh? They do have tasty meat inside. But yeah, that song You, I really like it, man. If you can make it a minute and a half into it. Because you're not always in the mood for like a grungy type song, right? But if you make it a minute and a half in, something about that song in particular, it's like, well, you made it that far, and all of a sudden, it has you. It's like hooks have gone in. And so you're kind of into whatever mood it's setting there. And then if you make it 2.5 minutes in, which is long enough for the guitar to suddenly start doing a little change-up thing, on top of what it was doing the whole time before that. Not a solo, just a different little change-up in the verse. Like, then, like, just that little change is enough to be like, oh man, this is getting better. I don't know, so that song in particular has like this upward, escalating, I don't know what you would call it, interest value? And like, definitely by the end, it's just this madness, I don't know, it's a whole thing. And it makes me miss going out to concerts, because there is nothing like a dark room full of people, a loud band on the stage, and all you can see is the band and lights going nuts. And like those moments where like songs get all crazy. And there are those change-ups and stuff. Maybe the singer's just like belting out some note, all raspy, you know, probably getting a new polyp on his throat. But everybody's feeling it. And then you got like those moments where everybody in the crowd is singing along and like in unison. I don't know, man, those being part of that, like just there in the moment, is just something else. And I miss it. It's so weird to think about the 90s like that, because that's like what people kind of did. I mean, aside from the concert thing, like just hanging out in people's basements. And back then, internet wasn't around, at least not until midway through, and it wasn't even like good. There we go, we're over 1,000. Let's try to see if we can intercept Marnie for that reward of the sunfish. Whoops. I keep trying to do that. I keep trying to hold B to start running. It just pops up the menu again. Grandma Evelyn. Ooh, we got something going on here. Oh no, this jerk from Joja Mart. $50% off at his store. You can't come in advertising your crap in a competitor's store. But I can't match those prices. It must be so difficult for you to lose loyal customers like that, but can you blame them? I'm clearly superior, and soon everyone will know. Get out of here before I take a baseball bat to your forehead. It's like a Coach Hines thing. He always made this sound effect mid-sentence. Yeah, see, Lewis knows. Keep the spirit alive, son. Now, I have an idea that is really stupid. I want beans. And my reasoning is for a recipe that we're very far away from. Like, potatoes is what would be smart. But something about cooking, man. I'm doing it. 10 beans. Am I doing 10? I'm doing 10. Well, that messes up my watering can plan, man. Marnie, will you save the day? It was like 90 gold reward, though, so that's not even much. But yeah, it costs 2 green beans to make a bean hot pot, which is a recipe you get from somebody. I actually forget already, which is another problem. And it doesn't matter right now. It's not even like the best recipe in the game. It's just like a nice, easy one that... Where are you, lady? I've been here all day, and nobody has been at the counter. Just kidding. These salmon berries... I kind of wonder if it would be better to hold on to them and turn them into jams and jellies. Because they don't really sell for too much, but... We do not yet have the preserves jar, let alone a keg. Marnie might be at the bar. But I feel like we would have seen her going past. I don't know people's schedules, this is the problem. She's not in here. And I don't really have anything for these other people, so... 2 days at least. Demetrius, a copper bar. I have one on me. Perfect. Oh, he might be there. It's getting late. That's gonna just sacrifice my copper bar, though. So that means we're gonna need 5. Unless there's one still in the treasure chest. I can't remember if I took out only 5 or all of them. Wait a minute, community center. Something about this thing. I could stare at these fish bundles 800 times and still every single time I'll forget what exactly I need. Alright, so any of the other little things. Yeah, something about the ocean, river, and lake fish bundles. I have to check every time to remember. Unless, like, I'm really hooked, like, okay, I need a shad. I don't know, because, like, there's so many different portraits that look the same, kind of. Yes. That's a boost in his friendship, too. And 180 gold. I think that is more than the sell price of a copper bar. I hope. What's up, Sebastian? Soon we will have frozen tears to be given him, which he loves. Although we need one for the community center, and we have to submit one to the museum, of course. And sing a pig song. 'Cause that's what you do. See, she's tooting on something. Abigail, she likes amethyst. Quartz, which is another one of those words, American and British. If you type it in Google, pronunciation, and you turn on slow mode, like, I guarantee the auto captions are gonna think I'm saying courts, as in, like, a judge and, defendant, plaintiff, all those court words. But no, it's quartz. Like, I don't know, it's weird. And the British way makes that R at the end another W. So it's like quartz. I don't know. I don't even know how you do it. But yeah, strange words. If it's a word. Let's see. Sunfish. Gonna save you in my pocket. On the hopes that we run into Marnie. This drum block, dude. Just put it behind. Not in the thing. I want it behind where no one can see, but I can hear you. Yeah, it makes a little boom. There's a flute block later, too. I think there's all kinds of instrument blocks. You walk by it and it makes a noise. And I suppose it's there to be a happiness inducer. 10 beans. We gotta get those in the ground, dude. We got the Earth Crystal for the Community Center, the Frozen Geode, which we cannot... It's for the Community Center, but we don't actually have the bundle available yet. So let's just continue this weird vertical shaft. Even though it's the verticality is going to bother me, I think. These plants that grow on poles... Yeah, we'll do the last 2 up here. Keep them near the scarecrow. I need fertilizer. No, I don't, because I'm not really planning on selling these too much. This is all just to have a bean stock to make that recipe. And I really, like, this is a bad thing for money. So I might already be, like, ruining my entire game here. But, yeah. There really is no right or wrong way to play. But there are goals that exist. And so obviously people who have foreknowledge of the game are going to try to do as great as they can to, you know, like get the greenhouse before the first winter and all of that. I mean, I was the same way with Harvest Moon 64. I was like, you got to do this, otherwise you're going to lose out on the greenhouse and your whole life is forfeit. So I get it. But I don't know. Sometimes it's just good to play and not stress out about stuff. I never finished my stuff about the 90s, but we will. was talking about how people hang out in basements. What is that, a owl or a crow? Do I really only have one coal? Well, I think we're pretty much done for today. Said hi to the dog already. All right, let's move on. Can't be dawdling in the dead hour where there's nothing to do. Hey! Oh, this is another cool thing about this game. There's professions. And you choose a path. Here, like fish worth 25% more. I think that's clearly the better choice. Because the crab pots, while they're okay, they're not like the greatest thing. Kind of a weak day. Day 17, let's do it. Our axe is still missing. Please no rain. Good. So we were right to do the axe. Spirits are in good humor. Maybe today we should go mining. Oh, we got beans, look at this. 2 beans. Cool beans. Does anyone still say that? But yeah. I was just thinking before internet times. Like you didn't have all these distractions. There wasn't YouTube. There wasn't Spotify. I mean, people listen to the music other ways. On the boombox, dude. Or those anti-skip Sony Discman that still skipped if you hit a bump in the car, you know. But there was a spirit to it that doesn't exist anymore, is what I'm saying. Hey, here comes the McRumper. There's a doggo. Where you going? Alright. Well, put the beans away in preparation for when we have a fridge and can use them as a recipe ingredient. Okay, so we could swing into town before the mines. We'll get our sword. Still gotta keep in mind the watering can risk, though. Oh yeah, the sunfish for Marnie, that's timed, so we probably should swing by town. We'll bring the earth crystal for the thing. Frozen geode, doesn't matter. Alright, so the mines, though, we need food. I might have to swing back here, though. Let's just make it so we don't. We have 2 dandelions. Bring some algae. Or algae, however you want to say it. There we go. Spending too much time in the inventory, as we do. But see, that's the thing, to go to multiplayer, I think I already mentioned it in some previous episode, but in multiplayer, all that thinking time in the chest, the time's still going. And it's such a pain in the neck, because you could like be like, I'm going mining today. And after all of that thinking, it's like 1 p.m. by the time you get there, or later. It's like, you can't... Ooh, an aquamarine for Clint. For 540. That is definitely worth it if we can find one. They're pretty common, actually, too, but maybe not... I forget what floor we left off on in the mines. Getting confused with my other file. I like the floor 40 to like 60 push. It's all frozen environment. You get a lot of coal, a lot of iron. A chance at finding a really good weapon, too. Oh, hello. There she is, sweet. $90G, just like that. Alright, yeah, we gotta get that aquamarine. Return to Willie! I guess we already satisfied this, okay. There's no time on it. 120 gold is just there waiting for us. Okay. Yeah, as you start selling your fish to Willie, all these people start talking about how they bought a fish and learned that it was caught by you or something. Oh, that girl is hard to please. The stuff that she loves is, like, quite a ways away from having. Sewer. Are the turtles down there? Best Ninja Turtles video game, go! Which is it? Turtles in Time? Yeah, probably. That first arcade one was alright, too. Played the first GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox One of the 2003 reboot. It was alright, but... Geologist bundle, let's get this in here so we can stop thinking about it. The only time we're going to need an earth crystal from here on is if we want to craft mayonnaise makers. And there might be one other thing that they're useful for. Quartz, though, on the other hand, that is a very good gift option for several people. Clearing this out because it's bugging me. See, like, the same way this music puts you in a mood, it's just kind of a relaxing mood. A leek for George? Or are we gonna sell it? I don't know. Well, that's the thing, every resident mails you a recipe. Here you go. Whoa, no. Yeah, this dude likes pretty much all food, of course. Being homeless or whatever. It's not his favorite, but I forget what his favorites are. I just looked it up, too. 25 is where we left off, okay. So we're still kind of in, like, the copper territory, which makes sense. Bug meat that we could craft into fishing bait. So, the 90s thing, let's finish that while we're just smacking some rocks here. I like to have something to, like, ponder while I do this, because I feel like it's otherwise kind of a repetitive thing. And I don't know what people like. But yeah, I feel like people hanging out in their basements or bedrooms, like, you know, like in sitcoms and stuff, people's bedrooms in the 90s, they just had, like, band posters and stuff all over the walls. And a TV for their games or something. I don't know. It's like that Sonic, or not Sonic, but Sega Mega Drive, or Genesis if you want to call it that, collection. How, like, the interface is somebody's bedroom. You have, like, a little CRT TV and your game shelf. It's like a whole thing that doesn't really exist anymore. I mean, it does. It's just everything's different. Like where it used to be a little tiny TV, if you were even lucky to have a TV in your bedroom. I mean, I didn't, my sister did. I remember just mostly being jealous of people's bedrooms on sitcoms and stuff, with their band posters and their cool bed. Like, I don't have any of that. Wait, why does that slime look different? Just like, even when the staircase reveals itself, or the ladder, I gotta stop calling it a staircase. I like to just, if there's time, look around, see if there's any copper sitting around or whatever. Oh, maybe there was a lot more people on drugs in the past, though, too, because it's like, what else is there to do? And when you have those movies, like, everybody hits that point. Kind of going back to the concert thing, the reason why sitting in the dark with only the sounds and the lights to, like, take over your brain, you know? The reason why that's so intoxicating, I guess, is because of what you bring to it, like all the angst you have built up or whatever. It's just like the best word. I know it's a word that immediately makes you think of, like, emo teenage phases and stuff, but it's true. It happens. You're That red mushroom, dude. This early? That's a lucky find. That's for the community center. Yeah. But yeah, something happens, you know. Coal in the minecart. It's easy to not check the minecart, but yeah, make sure you do so you get coal. Yeah, all that like happiness and childhood wonder that you have for the longest time as a kid. Something happens eventually and like you start questioning things. And then the angst is born. And my whole point is like in the 90s, that's what, oh no. It's a combat floor, you gotta kill everything. That's gonna maybe make us not make it, but whatever. But yeah, that's when like people would go over and hang out at their house, and like before internet times, I think that's why music was so much more intricate and just better in the past. Because like that's what people would do. It was like, how can we relieve this crap? It was like, well, let's just form a band and see what happens. And so then your addiction in life becomes just hanging out with each other in the basement. Oh, cave carrots. My inventory's full. We need them for the community center, and otherwise they're just very good for replenishment. At this stage of things, what can I ditch? Rice shoot. Don't need that. White algae. I think that's kind of a lucky find too, but I'm gonna eat it because I don't think it's gonna be that useful to us for quite some time. I think it's just an ingredient for like a salad recipe or something. But yeah, just think of how much we sit playing video games or watching YouTube, just on the internet in general. Now take that away, what are you gonna do? Well, when you look back in the decades, it's the music thing, I think. Music and drugs. There we go. No reward on this floor, but let's go one more, see if we can find some more copper, yeah. Gotta get 5 copper bars again, in preparation for the watering can upgrade. Well, yeah, I don't know. Ideas come and then they just go, and that's when we have these silent moments where, like, I kind of forget what I'm talking about here. We're just not really sure how to word it, I guess. Because a lot of it is a feeling. You gotta find the words to describe it. Alright, what did we get here? Crab pot. Oh, that must have been the other day. But we can do the word that's hard to say. Quartz. If you turn on slow pronunciation mode, that's what she says. Quartz. I guess you gotta make sure you do the coo, so it doesn't say quartz. Like me, and there was this restaurant called Stewart's. You know, like Stuart Little. And my sister used to make fun of how I pronounced that word. Here's that mushroom, dude. Look at this. All we need is the pine tar, which we have brewing. And something else, maple syrup. Gotta get more tappers going, too. This one we should be able to finish, that whole tile. Because in the mines, and especially a choice that you make later on, like you could get some of those forageables way before the actual season. And it makes you dance in your pants. No, I don't know. Ants in the pants, remember that game? The little plastic ants you had to fling into a cup. But the cup was a pair of pants, that's why it was called ants in the pants. Anyway, let's get more bait. Because fishing is still our means of money. in the quiet hours when you don't know what the world's doing. Actually, night fishing is a category. There's fish like eels that are only available at nighttime. And eels are important because there's a recipe later. Them and hot peppers, which we gotta befriend Shane, I think, to get it. Unless that's not the one. Marnie, hello. Don't really have anything for these guys, but it's still okay to talk to them. Magic rings forged long ago in the fires of Mount Doom. Singing a song, every day we're singing a song. Whatever. Now, you might not always want to attach the bait to your fishing rod. Like once you have crab pots going, you need to fill them with bait too. But I don't want to craft those. I'm waiting to get 3 free ones from the community center. And save my resources for better things. Alright, finally sorted some of that inventory crap. Let's attach this bait to the pole, even though I was just saying. I mean, we don't have crab pots anyway. And get some of these copper things going. Almost called them iron. Plop that in there, because who cares? It's like 100 G. Every little bit helps. Stay up a little bit and get a couple more going. If copper's fast enough, you can wait for it right in front of its face. You need 5 to do it, so... So where does that put us? We're gonna have 4. We need 1 more to upgrade something. Get an iron bar going, because we have the 5 needed for it. Beautiful. I mean, we could technically go to bed, but it's gonna pop up any 2 seconds. There we go. I'm very curious what the weather's gonna be. I just have this feeling it's gonna be raining. Which means watering can. We don't have the money and we are missing 1 copper bar. Whatever. I think we're pretty much done here. Let's see what happens. No level ups. Darn. And bad money too. I mean, it's something, but... The copper axe is ready and it's gonna rain all day. Dang it. We do have to upgrade the watering can. How are we gonna get 2,000 gold and 1 more copper bar? Mildly perturbed. Okay, so screw the mines. You could buy copper off of Clint himself. Pine tar is ready. Sweet. Here's our iron bar. Slept on it, and now it's there. We have cauliflower. Did we put a cauliflower in the thing? I don't even remember. We planted some mixed seeds. We gotta do it, dude. We're bringing the copper bars. We're gonna have to find some way to make money. Fishing. But the guy's only open till 4, so... That's a gamble with luck. Although, wait a second, the cauliflower... That's the answer. We could do this still. Rather than put the cauliflower in the bin, sell it to Pierre directly himself and get the money straight off. Then go buy the copper we need from Clint after getting our axe back and immediately hand him over the watering can. That works out perfectly, dude. We should also find something to replace that plot. Probably not cauliflower again, because it takes too long. Could double up on potatoes, I suppose. We need... There's a quest that comes up later. I think we need to save like 2 cauliflower. Community center in that quest. Wait a minute! I wasn't supposed to do that! And I can't get it back! Okay, I'm back. I restarted the file. I have my cauliflower with me, and I didn't put them in the bin. So dumb. It's just routine. You just don't think about it, even though I just said what my strategy was. I also spent some time clearing out some of the rocks on the left of the farm, because there's no real rush to get into town here. But otherwise, I just redid everything. Got a new quest. Oh, it's Pam's birthday. To meet... Whoa, look at that money for a cauliflower? Yeah. That's not even the quest I was talking about, though. So absolute priority is selling these. $8.75, that'll get us there already by itself. Greenhorn achievement. I don't know what that is, but okay. So we have the money, now we gotta purchase copper ore and fuse 1 more bar, or smelt, whatever the word is. Crap, actually there is a rush to get into town. So I gotta go back to the furnace to do that. Should have brought it with me. I think you could plop it anywhere. Well, there we go, we got the copper axe. Now we can break those hard stumps and get hardwood, which is useful for buildings, and somebody likes it. What's my money like? 75? Yeah. It's okay, it's not a big deal. There's our 5, that's all we need. We still got the money. Yeah, I'll just walk back and do this real quick. Alright, we got our 5 bars, and I have with me stuff for the community center. Let's do it. Copper watering can. The rain tomorrow. We're not going to miss out on watering our crops. It's perfect. We got the 3 most priority copper tools. So while my money might suck and I might not be doing the best crop-wise, like the best strategy for early game setup to make sure you don't have a bad playthrough or whatever, at least we've got the tools. Like, we can roll with that copper watering can, too, even in the summertime. It's not really priority to upgrade it to steel. I mean, it's nice, but even with, like, a whole farm worth of crops, like, we can make do with the copper one. So let's forage some things and finish our thoughts that we've been thinking. Yeah, I don't know, I think going back to the 90s band thing. And the whole, like, spirit that's now different or something. Whatever it is I'm trying to say. Like, just think of music videos, too. Before the internet, music videos were, like, a big deal. It's kind of like how The Tonight Show, when it was Johnny Carson. It was a big deal to get on that show. Like, that's what you needed to get known to people, you know? Whereas now, with the internet, there's all kinds of ways that people could get known. Get the pine tar, it goes down here. We're 1 away. Yeah, we gotta get a tapper on the maple tree, or the other tree, the oak. Because the other stuff, that other mushroom we're not going to find, and the other stuff is in the desert, which is a long time away. But I also have with me the iron bar that I smelted last night for this blacksmith bundle over here. Gold bar is a ways away, unless we get incredibly lucky. I mean, I could buy gold from Clint, but it's expensive and kind of stupid to do so. But yeah, gold's not until, like, floor... 80? 70, 80? Like, it's down there, I know that much. But Demetrius wants that cauliflower. I hope he's here. He is. Oh man, this is huge. It's a boost to his friendship too every time. Look at that, 525 for that. That's like selling the whole plot almost. Oh yeah, we've got money waiting for us for Willie too. Yeah, that quest couldn't have been timed better. After all that depositing of weapons, just making it back. It's kind of like a substitute for spending the whole day fishing, or half of the day fishing, as I usually tend to do. But yeah, it meant more in the 90s to spend a lot of time in the basement on your drum set with your friends, trying to capture some kind of a mood, man. Here you go, happy birthday, Pam. That'll help with her a little bit. And yeah, like make a good music video, I guess. Like, think of music videos today. Can you even name one that's recent? Like, that you care about? I mean, I think music videos in general, I feel like are kind of dumb. Because it's usually just like the band members doing something like walking in a hallway, looking all troubled or something. Yeah! And then you got the ones that are just trippy. Well, like I said, it kind of meant something. They'd be like, oh, they got that really crazy music video for that song, don't they? And then, like, I don't know, that's how you know people. Or discover bands or something. But I guess nowadays it's no different than a YouTube video, really. It's like, do you care? I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I miss that. I don't know what you would call it, like an emptiness, a disconnection from the world. Like, I miss when things were smaller. I don't like the openness that the internet has created. Like, it's kind of killed the spirit of a lot of stuff. Dumbed it down to just common, like no different than finding a penny on the ground. It's like, oh, I found 1 cent, whoop-de-doo. Whereas before, it'd be like, dude, look what I found. I don't know, there was more excitement and, like, drive going back to that. Here we go, let's get some hardwood. We're gonna need it for, like, a new fence type, some buildings. I think Robin, the one who does all the carpentry stuff, she likes it, too. So a little bit each day. Can't cut the logs yet, though. That's the steel axe. And that's important because there's a log blocking a secret forest later, which has a pond that has fish in it that's relatively exclusive. And there's also something else in there that's important. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of the same feeling when you watch a movie made in the 80s. I was on about this recently, too, and you see somebody using a payphone. Like in the airport, having to use the payphone to call home or something. It's like, I don't know. It's obviously a huge inconvenience when you think about it, but there's a spirit to it, man. I guess it is the old man thing. It's like, you don't know a day of hard work. It's just crazy to think the world has changed that much. That stuff that was so commonplace that we ourselves lived in not too long ago in the large scheme of things. It's just gone. Like it's a dead thing. Car going by, sorry. For the motor noise interrupting the otherwise nature sounds. I don't know, sometimes this is gonna sound so stupid. But I mean, since we're talking about like psychedelic bands and stuff with grunge mood stuff, sometimes I think that just life in general is just like going from one feeling to the next. You know, man, it's a wild ride. No, I don't know. Like that euphoria you get at a concert. It's like, I'm just waiting for the next one, you know? I don't care about all this crap in between. Like a charcoal kiln turning wood into coal. It's nice, but not really that nice. Anyway, thanks for watching. Keep the spirit alive, son.